There is no Star of Jacob that has suddenly appeared or reappeared in the night sky. Hey everybody, I'm Dan McClellan. I'm a scholar of the Bible and religion. Let's take a look at a video.
If you haven't heard, the Star of Jacob has just reappeared in the sky.
There are no new stars in the sky at most. There is temporarily a new moon as a meteor is briefly in orbit around the Earth, but that shouldn't be visible without specialized equipment. So these grainy videos that are showing these twinkling stars are almost certainly either Capella, Arcturus, or Sirius, which sit a little lower on the horizon during the fall, and as a result of that lower angle, they have more of the Earth's atmosphere to pass through, and so the colors of their light get split apart and they appear to twinkle. This is something that people have known for a very, very long time. None of these videos provide any data whatsoever to show that these are anything other than one of these three stars. And the other reason it's not the Star of Jacob is because the Star of Jacob is not an actual star. Numbers 24:17 is not a reference to an actual star. When it says a star will tread or come forth out of Jacob, that is a reference to a human king who will take up the kingship and who will engage in a bunch of conquest for the nation of Israel. And that is a reference to King David. This has absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with an actual star in the actual sky.
This star has not been seen for over 2,000 years since Jesus was born. This was the star that led the wise men to go to Jesus and to bring him silver, gold, and frankincense and myrrh.
The star has been continuously visible for many, many, many generations, and there are absolutely no data whatsoever that support its identification with the fictitious celestial phenomena that are described in the Nativity account. And for a good explanation of why there is no celestial body that could possibly match that description, check out episode 37 of the Data Over Dogma podcast, which features an interview with a physicist friend of mine named Aaron Adair, who published a book called The Star of Bethlehem, explaining why not only is there no plausible candidate for the Star of Bethlehem, there is no celestial body that could possibly do the things that are described in that text.
But this star has just reappeared 2,000 years later.
No, it hasn't.
But then I also wondered about the enemy. Now, as you know, the Jews deny Jesus.
Leave Jewish people out of this.
Biblically speaking, the prophets of old foretold about a star appearing to recognize the coming of the Messiah.
No, they didn't.
But I got to thinking about the enemy. The devil is using the star as a tool as well. And he's using the star to fool the nations and to fool the Jews. And that is how he will proclaim the Antichrist. And the Antichrist will be who the Jews think is the Messiah.
And we're done here. Learn to think critically and Google competently. And for Pete's pepper, son, lay off of the brainless anti-Semitism. And the fit for this video is the death of Superman.